Hey everyone, it's Lizzie and welcome to my channel. So today is a super exciting video for me because it's of course another fragrance review, but I haven't done a DIOR fragrance review or related video in a really long time, and I saw this fragrance, I believe Boots actually emailed me, and I saw Rihanna was the face of this fragrance, and so I picked it up, hadn't smelt it before, looked at the notes and figured I probably would like it, so I ended up picking it up. And that is of course the DIOR J'adore L'Or Essence Eau de Parfum. That is quite a mouthful to say. So I have owned J'adore before in the past. I may have done a video about this probably a few years back, and I haven't really revisited it, and then I saw this fragrance and I was like, okay, I have to try it. So the mastermind behind this fragrance is actually Francis Kurkdjian, who obviously created Baccarat Rouge 540, which I absolutely love, one of my all-time favorite fragrances. And so I figured if he can make a fragrance like that and I absolutely love it, there's no reason why this shouldn't smell just as amazing. So I'm going to dive into the notes, the longevity, and whether it's actually worth the price point, because it is pretty expensive, more expensive than J'adore from what I remember. And one thing I know about Francis Kurkdjian is that he knows how to create really luxurious, long wearing, long lasting, and just classic and iconic fragrances. So I was pleasantly surprised about this fragrance. So first of all, it just came in this white box, just classic. I did already take off the packaging because obviously I needed to try the fragrance, and I picked this up in the 30 ml, which, to be honest, like, the packaging is, there's so much packaging that it looks so much bigger than what it actually is. But I picked up the smallest bottle, which is pretty expensive, to be honest, and I'm going to go into the price point in just a second, because like I said, I hadn't tried this fragrance. But of course, classic Dior packaging. It's classic, it's timeless, it's luxurious. It's one of those fragrances that even when you finish, you can have it as a sort of decor piece if that's kind of your vibe. That's something I would definitely do because I just think it's stunning. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. Let's talk about these scent profiles. So the opening is so gorgeous. It's got jasmine and rose de mai, which are very prominent. It's very floral, but not in an overpowering way. The flower notes are very creamy and lush and very velvety. They kind of hit deeper and more indulgent notes as the fragrance dies down and you start to smell the vanilla, the tonka bean, and the amber. I think that's where the richness comes in, and it makes the fragrance very addictive, very sweet but warm, and it just keeps on evolving. And then in the dry down, you start to smell the notes of the amber really shine through. And it honestly smells absolutely glorious. For some reason, I didn't write the notes, but I'm going to have the notes on the screen right here. But as I've said, lots of jasmine, amber, very floral notes. If you like floral scented fragrances, then you'll definitely enjoy this. J'adore by Dior. I don't remember anything very what's the word, nothing really stood out to me about that fragrance. I remember I bought it, tried it, finished it, and then just never repurchased it. And to this day, I don't actually recall what it exactly smells like. I remember it being very light, very floral, very airy. I remember it not lasting very long in comparison to Miss Dior's, and it just didn't have a very long-lasting effect on me. So I never repurchased it, never thought about it. And so when I saw this, I was like 50-50. It could either be kind of like that or completely different, and they've just completely revamped it. And I would definitely say, from what I remember of what J'adore smelled like, this, I believe, is something that I can see myself repurchasing. It's very floral, it's very bold, it's very rich, it's walking in a room and owning that room. I personally feel it's more like a daytime scent. Gives me very girl boss. If you think of Chanel, Mademoiselle, it doesn't smell like that, but that kind of vibe where it just feels like you own the room. Very great silage. I remember wearing this and getting lots of compliments. I wore it, I was at probably, because I remember timing it, and I was probably at like the 5-hour mark, and somebody was like, wait, what are you wearing? And I was like, this is what I want. I need people to know that I'm wearing a bomb fragrance. So let's talk about longevity and silage, as I've just touched on that. So I would say this blew my mind. I did not expect this to last as long. For me, Dior's very hit and miss with how long it lasts on my skin. Again, it all kind of depends on your body chemistry, what works for you, what doesn't work for you, your body pH, all of that. But I didn't have high expectations, but this lasts so long on the skin and even longer on the clothes. Like, I'm somebody that goes absolutely ham when I'm spraying my fragrances. I spray, you know, the key areas, and then I'm all over the place. But with this, I don't necessarily need to do that. I can literally spray my pulse points and be absolutely fine. It's very loud, very in your face. It's not subtle, and I don't think I have a fragrance in my collection that smells just like this. Obviously I have other floral fragrances, but this for me is like a true classic floral. It has elements of sweetness from like the vanilla, but for the most part it's not a sickly sweet fruity type of fragrance. It's a grown floral scent. It leaves a beautiful trail. It's not too overwhelming. I do find if you do overspray it, it can give you that kind of headachy feel, because it can get overpowering if you do too much with it. But I think it has the right amount of oomph that you need to make that statement, and I'm pleasantly surprised. I think what mostly influenced me to buy this was I saw that Rihanna was I don't know if she's like the brand ambassador or if she's like the person that's promoting this particular scent. I don't know, but I picked it up because of her, and I'm so glad that I did, because Rihanna is somebody that I feel like would probably smell really good. And a lot of her favorite fragrances, like Killian Love Don't Be Shy, is also one of my favorite fragrances as well. So definitely a blind buy, but definitely worth the purchase. So now onto the price point. So I would say I was pleasantly surprised to see how expensive this was. Usually like Chanel's, Dior's, Giorgio Armani's, they're all kind of within the same price range, so most of the time you know what you're going to spend on these fragrances. But I feel like this was slightly more expensive, so I have the prices up here. So in the UK it retails for almost £200. I need to get the actual price per like ml, and in the US it's about $250 for the 40 ml bottle. So I feel like it's very much an investment, but it's quality. It's something that for me, because you don't have to overspray it and do too much, this can last a decent amount of time. Of course, keep it out of the sunlight, keep it stored in like a dark, dry room and things like that, just to kind of preserve the fragrance. But for the most part, I feel like although it is expensive, it is worth the price, because you don't need to spray a ton of product in order for you to get the long wear out of it, essentially. Overall, I feel like if you love deep floral amber notes, then you will definitely enjoy this fragrance. For me, I love the tonka bean, I love the vanilla, I love the amber, I love all the floral notes that really come out. And when it dries down, it really is just a classic floral scent. I get tiny bits of sweetness, but for the most part, it's very much floral based. So if you like that, definitely go for it. For me, it's more like a daytime scent as opposed to night. But again, do you boo? I wear fragrances according to how I feel, not according to the weather or what people say. So if you want to wear this at night, obviously by all means do so, but it's definitely more of a day scent. It's actually crazy because I feel like as we're going into like winter, this probably isn't the most wintry sort of scent, but I'm gonna still wear it. I'm gonna still wear it because I think it's absolutely beautiful. A really deep, sensual, luxurious fragrance that I think every woman or man needs to have in their perfume collection. So that's really my initial thoughts on this fragrance. Very quick and straight to the point. Like I said, I low-key forgot to write the notes down, so I'm going to have it on the screen somewhere so you guys can know. But let me know if you've picked up this fragrance, if you can pick up a sample at your local Boots, Sephora, Ulta, wherever you live and they sell this fragrance. Definitely give it a smell and see how you like it. For me, it's definitely going to be one of the fragrances that I gravitate towards because it just screams grown woman, and I love it. I think it's beautiful, I think it's rich, I think it's deep, and I think it's definitely worth the price point. But that's all of my thoughts on the Dior J'adore L'Or Essence. I think it's literally such a mouthful, but yeah, let me know in the comments your thoughts, if you've tried it, if you've not tried it, if you plan on picking it up, what are your expectations for this fragrance. But yeah, that's all for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. As usual, my fragrance playlist is gonna be in the card somewhere, so definitely check that out so you can see all of my fragrance related videos curated in one place for you all. Let me know of any fragrance reviews, first impressions, fragrance battles. Perhaps I might do a fragrance battle with Miss Dior, because that's also one of my all-time favorite fragrances as well. Definitely let me know, but I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.